Yo, what's up guys, Felix from John Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about renting versus owning. Now, before this video starts, be sure to check the links in the description below. My contact information as well as other social medias are down there, as well as information about different business resources. One being how to buy and resell medical commodities. 2, how to flip pallets. 3, how to be an independent courier. 4, how to recover lost surplus funds. And 5, my mentor in real estate, Nasser, aka the Real Estate Guru, has his book which shows you how to wholesale houses. Now, you might not be able to see what's on screen, but this is sort of just footnotes so we could talk about renting versus owning, which is better, what should you do. Now, me personally, yes, I'm involved in real estate, but no, in this current spot that I'm in, this is an apartment, this is a high-rise apartment. I pay a premium price, I love it, and I really don't want a house. Some people might want a house, but for the current position I'm in, I like to be able to move freely. I don't want to be tied down to one location. And like I said, I prefer to rent, but we're going to go over the pros and the cons, and you can make the decision for yourself. And I'll kind of play out a few different scenarios as why you might want to own and why you might want to rent. So renting versus owning. Number one, let's talk about renting. You know, you have no maintenance costs. That's one of the things that I love about renting. You know, if something breaks, if something falls apart, if something cracks, as an owner, as a homeowner, you're 100% responsible. I look at paying, especially if you're in a nice building like mine, and I might do an apartment tour because this is one of the nicest apartments I've been in, has a great view, has a den / office area to the left of me, really nice bathroom, washer, dryer, beautiful kitchen. Everything is amazing in this apartment and I love it. It comes with a premium price, but it's a premium service. There's actually, you know, even if it's a long-term rental, there's actually a cleaner that comes once a week, cleans everything. There's laundry service. It's amazing. So besides maintenance costs, there's other things. I feel like it's a service fee. You know, no matter what you're paying a mortgage or you're paying, you know, rent, obviously with a mortgage, you're going to be building equity, but there's still a good amount that goes to interest that, you know, is going out the window as well. Both could be leveraged in the tax write-off, but that's just one thing I want to say. I feel like when you rent, you're paying for a service, so no maintenance costs. Amenities. This building specifically has amazing amenities. Gym is huge. There is a spa, there is places for your dog, there is an outdoor area. Obviously it's winter time, so you can't go in the pool, but the amenities in this specific building are incredible. And like I said, there's a cleaner that literally comes every Thursday and cleans my entire apartment head to toe, laundry service, everything. It's really amazing. So besides, you know, what you pay to live in the apartment, you know, you're also paying for those amenities as well. There's no taxes. So, you know, property taxes typically, no matter where you live, just go up and up in value. If you live in a really nice house or in a really nice neighborhood, they might go up $300-400 a year, and they're never going to go down, not anytime soon at least. So, you know, with this, especially depending on if it's a short-term rental or a long-term rental in, you know, an apartment, you know, you pay your flat fee, and that sometimes covers all utilities, maybe some utilities or no utilities, but you don't have to worry about maintenance, you don't have to worry about property taxes. You just have a flat fee to live where you live. Another thing is no down payment. So, you know, a luxury building like this, to do a long-term lease, would probably be between $500 and $1,000 in down payment, you know, a reserve or, you know, security deposit. I know one of the old apartments I rented, it was to move in for an apartment that costs just under $1,700 a month. They wanted 2 months of rent. They wanted just under $4,000 to move in, which is crazy when my apartment is double what I used to pay. It's close to $3,000 for this spot, and you know, there's almost no security deposit. And with a house, if you're buying $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $1 million house, the down payment's going to be pretty significant. So there's no down payment. I wrote that twice. There's flexibility. So that's a cool thing that I love about an apartment, especially if you're young, single, maybe don't have kids. You could live here for 6 months, pick up and move. Live there for 6 months, pick up and move. Go here for 3 months, pick up and move. It depends what you kind of work you do. If you have some money that, or some sort of work that you do remotely, you could be very flexible where you could just live at a certain spot, enjoy the city, catch the vibe, and if you like it, you could stay. If you don't, you can go. So I love that. And same thing with, you know, the maintenance cost, the service fee it's a fixed payment, man. I pay my payment, and I can do whatever I want. You know, obviously you can't while out and go crazy, but I pay what I pay, and I can do what I want, and I can come and go about my business, and it doesn't really matter. renting is a service. I always say that's the thing I love about renting. Some people will say renting is a waste of money. You can do tax write-offs with it, and you can have it as your office. Like, this is literally an office. I don't know if you guys could see, but this is an office where I could use it. I don't use it that much. I kind of use my kitchen area more because it's a little bit more comfortable and a little bit better lighting. And you will see once I do an apartment tour. But, you know, it's a service. You're paying for convenience. You're paying for, you know, pretty much hands off. And then you don't have to worry about decreasing value. If the market tanks, it doesn't matter. In fact, some rent payments might actually go down, but the rent payment usually will stay the same. I think depending on the state, it's usually between, you know, 3 and 5% of what they could increase it every single year. So if you're living somewhere, they lock you into $1,000, you know, per month as the rent payment. They can't just jump it up to $2,000. They can only actually increase it by, you know, 3 to 5% per year. So that's renting. Me personally, I like renting. I'm a single guy. I don't have any kids, and I work remotely and I travel a lot. So I like to be able to go to different cities, live in different areas of the country, even in the world, which I'm going to experiment more when it gets warm, and just be able to move around freely. I do have some stuff tied to different states that I have to work in and be there, but I can work remotely. So if you can work remotely and you have a little bit of a flexible budget, you can pretty much live anywhere. Now, owning a home is good too. You know, even if you are a single person, owning a home could be good if you know that you just want to kind of stay in one area and you don't want to travel. Because, you know, people see traveling and yes, it's cool, but traveling is exhausting. I was literally just going to go to Miami this weekend. No, this week. I was actually going to go to Miami tomorrow. I was supposed to leave to Miami tomorrow, but I just canceled my trip because I'm just tired of flying, getting on a plane, getting off a plane. It's exhausting. So I said, hey, maybe I'll reconvene. It was for something business related, but it was just too much. So, you know, with a home, you are going to potentially be able to, you know, have more control, actually own it, and not really throw so much money out the window. I don't think throwing money out the, it's really, renting is so much throwing money out the window, but you could look at it where you're not going to be able to really get that money back. With a home, when you pay, even though half might be going to interest, depending on where you are in the cycle of your loan, you can pull some money back. So you are building equity. You could get a better bang for your buck, and it could be actually cheaper. So like I said, this is around $3,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment where, you know, $3,000, maybe if you're in Texas or some of the southern states, you could get a 5-6 bedroom house. But like I said, I don't want a 5-6 bedroom house because I'm one dude. I would feel scared at night because it's so big and it's just no need for that. Now, when I have a family, 100%, but just right now, not the really, but you could get a better bang for your buck because, you know, apartments are going to be typically more than a home. Increases net worth. So if you buy a house today and at $500,000 and it goes up to $1 million, then you win. Or if you buy a house for $200,000 and it goes up to $400,000, you could sell it or you could pull equity out. So there's a little way that you can really increase your net worth and you can kind of pull the money out if the market were to go up. But you also have to worry if the market goes down. Another awesome thing about a home is if you miss one rent payment, you know, by the time the next rent, so February just came. If I don't pay February 1st, they won't kick me out on February 10th. Most companies usually have, you know, a grace period. They'll call you. They'll say, hey, you didn't pay your rent. What's going on? Can you make your payment? You have a few late fees. When can you make the rent payment? But if I don't pay by March 1st, I'll probably be out by March 15th. So, you know, with a house, you could literally miss 2-3 years worth of payments before they ever kick you out because it takes so long to actually foreclose on a property. So you're kind of secured in that sense. If everything were to go and fall apart, not only could you pull out equity, not only could you take out a second mortgage, not only can you take like a home equity line of credit, but even if you don't do any of that and you just say, you know what, I'm not paying, you could literally not pay. Yes, it'll jack your credit up, but you could not pay for, you know, probably 2-3 years before you ever were to get foreclosed on and have the sheriffs come evict you. You make the rules. So like I said, with an apartment, you know, you can't be blasting music till 3 in the morning because you have neighbors on both sides of the walls. Unless you're on like the penthouse level, then maybe it's something different. but you kind of have to live within a community of rules, which if you want to live on your terms and your terms only, and you don't want nobody to tell you what to do. Me, like I said, I'm one dude. I'm not going to be blasting house music till 6 in the morning. So it is what it is. I kind of just do my thing, come and go, and live how I want to live. But if you want to live like a certain lifestyle, and you don't want nobody to knock on your door and say, hey, be respectful of your neighbors, then owning a home might be your best bet. Generational wealth, you could pass the house from your name to your kids' name, from their kids to their kids. So you can kind of keep houses in the family. With an apartment, once you break that lease, somebody else comes and rents it right behind you. And then, same thing, you're building equity, throwing money out the window. So those are the things. It really depends what position you are in at life. Are you young, single, and work remotely? Maybe you want an apartment. Are you ready to start building equity and have kids in the next few years where you want to be able to pass them a house? It really depends where you're at in life. Me personally, I travel a lot. I don't want to be tied down to one house. And then another thing, I don't want multiple bedrooms because I'm just one dude. So for me to have 5, 6 bedrooms, or even 3 bedrooms, like a 3-bedroom house is typical of what most people get. A 3-bedroom house for me, it's just no point. I got this little den in here, and I don't even use this. So to have 3, 4 bedrooms, I would literally just be wasting space that I literally don't need. I have a kitchen counter. Like I said, I would do an apartment tour. So it really depends where you're at in life, how much money you're playing with, and how often you like to move around. If you like to move around a lot, I would say just get an apartment and use it as some sort of tax write-off for your business and do it that way. But if you're looking to settle down, have a family soon, then you're probably going to want to own a property so that it's a good experience for your kids and you can have a family and live on your own terms. So there you guys have it. Those are the difference between renting and owning. Let me know which ones you guys prefer. Do you guys rather rent? Do you guys rather own? Do you guys like renting? I know a lot of people put it down and say renting is a waste of money. Me personally, I like it. I look at it as a convenience service. Again, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to put a thumbs up on the video. If you're not already subscribed, hit that red subscribe button. On the road to 100K subscribers by the end of the year, and I will see you guys later. Peace.